Welcome everyone to Gamer Meld. Today, Intel's CEO is leaving, shots fired, Nvidia's RTX 3080 Ti gets cancelled, cryptocurrency GPUs, and Intel's 11900K gets crushed by their 10th gen CPU? Okay, it's news time, and first up for today, it looks like Intel may have delayed things one too many times, as their CEO, Bob Swan, recently announced his departure from the company effective February 15th. When it was announced, the news saw Intel's stock jump by nearly 10%. His replacement is the current CEO of VMware, Patrick Gelsinger, to which he definitely has a big past, helping to create the USB standard, Wi-Fi, as well as play key roles in a ton of Intel CPUs. Basically, he should be able to steer the company in the right direction moving forward. Now, if you're ready to learn something new this year, check out today's sponsor, Brilliant, the problem-solving based website and app that actually makes learning easy. And what's great is that Brilliant focuses on the STEM field, so if you're looking to learn math, science, or computer science, there's no better place. From statistics to fundamentals of computer science and more, Brilliant has it all. Plus, their courses offer interactive challenges, storytelling, and more, so they actually teach you by doing. Not only that, but Brilliant gives you daily challenges to keep you focused and learning more. So don't wait. Learn the deeper side of tech by visiting brilliant.org/gamermeld, and the first 200 people who visit the link get 20% off the annual premium today. And it looks like the upcoming CEO is already coming in a bit rough, as Patrick Gelsinger had a meeting with his workers in Oregon where he was quoted as having said, "We have to deliver better products to the PC ecosystem than any possible thing that a lifestyle company in Cupertino makes. We have to be that good in the future." Whoa, sort of seems like a misstep to call Apple a lifestyle company, but he's clearly not playing around. I mean, it was certainly a big loss to lose Mac systems, so he's clearly taking that seriously. Still, this more sounds like Intel's glue comment from a little while back. Honestly, I think Intel really needs to focus on AMD more than Apple. I guess we shall see what the upcoming CEO can do. Next up, we have reports that Nvidia's RTX 3080 Ti has been cancelled, or, well, postponed, sort of. The story originally started from Gamers Nexus, who heard from board partners that both the 3080 Ti and possibly even their Super refresh had been postponed indefinitely. The reason is obviously because it makes no sense to launch more products when they can't support the products they have now, meaning they would be spreading their GPUs even thinner. Plus, the 6900 XT that Nvidia was planning to launch the 3080 Ti against is nowhere to be found. Now, in the video from Gamers Nexus, he states that it had been put on hold until they can catch up to demand, but in the title it does say indefinitely, and a lot of outlets are reporting that is the case. Now, according to video cards, the GPU is, quote, on hold. AIB partners were never even given a real date. A planned date, but not official. Basically, it could eventually launch, but for now, Nvidia is only worried about getting their current models in stock. Well, minus the 3060, but that's better than adding another 10 with the super cards. Then again, Nvidia clearly isn't too worried about stretching themselves thin given today's next story. Originally reported by Seeking Alpha at the 19th JP Morgan Chase Tech Forum, Nvidia was asked about cryptocurrency. In the response, the company's CFO stated, quote, "In summary, if crypto demand begins or if we see a meaningful amount, we can also use that opportunity to restart the CMP product line to address ongoing mining demand." For those who don't know, their CMP program is for mining specific GPUs, meaning GPUs without display out, etc. This makes them cheaper for miners, but the GPUs used would almost certainly lower production capacity of their gaming line. Of course, either way you'd be competing with miners for stock, but this is a sign that mining may really be coming back and hard. And lastly for today, we have a story that's really indicative of the terrible position Intel's been in lately. That is, their upcoming 11th gen CPUs, as we have the first review of the 11900K. For those who don't know, Intel recently announced their 11th gen processors at CES, and it turned out to be exactly what was leaked. A new architecture that was backported to their 14nm process, but with a maximum of 8 cores instead of 10. Either way, a YouTuber was able to get their hands on a qualification sample, which is not a final retail copy but should be very close. For example, we know the final 11900K gets up to a single core boost of 5.3 GHz. And for these tests, the YouTuber got it to an all-core overclock of 5.2 GHz. Basically, while the final sample may do a little better of an overclock, I don't see it being a massive difference. Oh, and the 10900K was clocked the same. Either way, let's get to the results. Starting things off, we have Cinebench R15, R20, R23, and CPU-Z. And in all three of these, the 11900K had about an 11 to 16% single-core performance boost, yet it lost every time in multi-core performance by around the same. But of course, that's to be expected given the 11900K has 2 less cores. We expected Intel's 11th gen to be better at gaming. Well, when we compare them in 3D Mark, you can see that the 11900K loses at all of them, but that's just synthetic, so let's try actual games. In those, though from random pauses during the benchmarks, we can see that the 11900K basically trades blows with the 10900K. So yeah, this is kind of sad. I mean sure, the final retail version may do a bit better, but losing 2 cores really makes this a tough buy, especially if we think about 12-core Ryzen and AMD's next gen. Of course, if you're only gaming, it may ease out the 10th gen in the end, but maybe not. And if so, it won't be by much, plus it definitely seems to lose everywhere else. Time, as always, will tell. So while that does it for today, are you disappointed in Intel's 11th gen, or are you still waiting to buy a GPU? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, please subscribe. And as always, have a great day!